I am Silvia Casablanca. I'm the director of the Eyes Wide Open Center, where I have my practice as a psychotherapist and a massage therapist. I am a certified trigger practitioner and a certified medical Qigong practitioner. We're going to talk about neuroscience and spirituality and how we can reach these things that are apparently very far from each other. I graduated as a medical doctor many years ago in Colombia, and I practiced for 17 years. And at some point I got not very happy with the way medicine was going. I was tired of just prescribing pharmaceuticals, and I knew that I needed to have a holistic approach to what I was doing. By holistic, I mean something that will consider the body and the mind and the spirit of the person, and not just the part that presented the symptoms. As I started to research and try to find out exactly what I wanted to do in my life, I was working with adolescents, and I decided to pursue a career as a psychotherapist. I traveled to Canada. I became an art therapist and came back to Colombia to practice as a psychotherapist. As I practiced as a psychotherapist, the connection body-mind started to become very evident to me. The people who came to me with physical symptoms found that these symptoms were alleviated as their emotional issues were also resolved. So that was an important moment in my life. But also, even though I was a medical doctor, I couldn't make the connection between my lifestyle and what I was experiencing in my body. I was feeling exhausted. I could hardly wake up in the mornings. My diet was very poor. I was not exercising. I was drinking tons of coffee, and I was smoking a lot. And so a friend of mine took me to this medical doctor who did some kind of spiritual healing or energy healing, in which I didn't believe at all. But I went there just out of curiosity, and he ended up doing a hands-on healing on me. And this changed my life. Suddenly, I was not a smoker anymore. I was exercising in the morning. I adopted a vegetarian diet, and I started to feel a connection with the things that I couldn't see in a way that I couldn't before. So I eventually became a Reiki master. Reiki introduced me into a new realm. There was suddenly, I was laid my hands on people, and they experienced peace and tranquility. And I wanted to know exactly what was I channeling when I did Reiki that would allow me to experience peace in myself and transmit this peace to others. Because of my interest in neuroscience, and because of my background as a medical doctor and as a Reiki master and as a psychotherapist, I started to connect the dots and realize that neuroscience is starting to prove that ancient knowledge, like the one from Chinese medicine that is 5,000 years old, or the knowledge from the Ayurvedic medicine in India that is also 5,000 years ago, there are a lot of things that neuroscience is starting to prove that are connected, that are true. I came to the United States in 2000, and I was confused. I didn't know what I wanted to do, only that I wanted to be a Reiki practitioner. And I didn't understand the system, so I ended up going to massage school. One of the things that was very interesting is that in the practice of massage, in the practice of body work, I could integrate my previous knowledge. And it led me to write Regaining Body Wisdom, a book that explains this connection between the body and the mind, and it gives you a multidimensional perspective of who we are. And then eventually, I became a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. And as I pursued my practice as a mental health counselor, I decided to open Eyes Wide Open Center in Bonita Springs, a center where people can learn how to change their lifestyles to become really healthy.